Have you guys ever been listening to the radio and just thought like, damn yo, these people are so talented? People like The Weeknd, Sam Smith, Ariana Grande, Ed Sheeran, right? They're all so gifted. They all sing so well. It's like, yo, what the fuck did God do to your vocal cords to make it sound like that? But the truth is, God didn't do anything to their vocal cords. There's not a single person who you hear on the radio who came out of the womb sounding like that. In fact, they probably all sounded like shit at first. And if you don't believe me on that, let's watch this quick clip of Ed Sheeran playing one of his earliest songs.
Have a listen to this, right? This is the.
Has this been played in public before?
No.
Okay, this
is
an exclusive Ed Sheeran when he was shit, basically.
Yeah, basically, all I'm saying is when people say artists are born with talent, you're not. You have to really learn and really practice. This is me playing guitar and singing. I'm going to put it into my mic like this.
It okay so far.
It starts off. It hasn't strong. Hold me.
I'm addicted
Oh.
to
And then.
but I'm
Oh.
Every time I fuck without a rubber, I nutted on the covers.
Now, first of all, I just want to deeply apologize for subjecting your eardrums to that terrible sound. You know, that was a little bit messed up of me, but while your ears may be shattered, I feel like your heart has to be full after watching that. Because that was what Ed Sheeran sounded like at the start of his career. Ed fucking Sheeran. A man who needs no introduction, right? You all know who the fuck he is. The absolute legend. The absolutely amazing artist. And that's what he sounded like at first. So this is just proof that no matter how terrible you are at something, as long as you're willing to put in the work, the sky is the limit for how good you can get at it. Now, I don't want to make you guys listen to that shit again, but just take a second to think about how awful that sounded. From Ed Sheeran, a guy who nowadays people listen to his songs while fucking. So the guy's come a pretty long way. And you all may be wondering, well, how did he get from where he started to where he is now? And I can tell you for a fact, he didn't do it by sitting around all day thinking about how great of a musician he could be. And he didn't do it by telling all his friends about how great of a musician he could be. No. He did it by doing something that every great musician has to do at the start of their career. And that is, he first had to be a bad musician. No matter how many stories you hear about child prodigies, the truth is that nobody was good at something when they were first starting it out. In order to get good at something, you first need to fail at it many, many times. And that right there is the main reason why most people don't follow their dreams. It's not because they're lazy or unmotivated, it's just because they're afraid to fail. They're afraid of putting themselves out there and not living up to their own expectations. Now imagine if that was the mindset of Ed Sheeran. Imagine he was so afraid of making music and it not being as good as he thought it would be that he ended up just not making any music. That would be tragic. I mean, the world's already a dark enough place. Imagine there was no Ed Sheeran to listen to. And on top of that, imagine how many other Ed Sheerans are out there who allowed that fear of failure to hold them back. Imagine how many Ed Sheerans quit early on in their career because they sucked and they thought that that meant, oh, I just don't have any talent, I'm just not cut out for this. Luckily for us though, Ed Sheeran decided that he would rather be the musician who everybody thought sucked than the musician that nobody ever heard of. Luckily for us, Ed Sheeran understood that it's natural to suck at something when you're first starting it out. Luckily for us, Ed Sheeran continued to grind and hone his craft to become the musician who we all know and love today. Just like Ed Sheeran, we all have untapped potential. Literally, everyone has it. But so few people end up realizing that potential because nobody wants to look like a fool, right? Like nobody wants to make their first song and have it sound anything like Ed Sheeran's first song. But guess what? If you want to become a master at something, you first have to be willing to look like a fool. It's literally fucking required. So at a certain point, you just gotta say fuck it and throw the ego aside and say, you know what? It's fine if I get embarrassed. It's fine if people say I suck. Cause right now, I'm just getting my reps in, yo. I'm just paying my dues. And the more reps you put in, the better you will get, right? Like, that's just how it works right there. The more you do something, the more you fail at it, the more you will learn, and the more you will improve. So don't be afraid of failure, guys, all right? If anything, you should be seeking it out, because the road to success is paved with failures. So if you're failing a lot right now, you should be hyped, because that's a good thing, yo. That means you're headed in the right direction. You can only get better at something by doing it. So whatever it is that you want to do with your life, don't sit around waiting for the perfect opportunity to start. Because the perfect opportunity to start is right now, motherfucker. I mean, you may suck right now. You very well may be shit. But that's fine, because you just gotta put your reps in, yo. Like Ed Sheeran used to suck. But look at him now. I mean, like I said, that's just proof that it really doesn't matter how shit you are at something when you're first starting it out. The only thing that matters is, are you improving, right? That's the only thing you should be worried about. Each day you should just be asking yourself, did I get better today? Because guess what? If you get a little bit better today, and then a little bit better tomorrow, and then the next day and the day after that and the day after that, just think about how much better you will be after a year, right? I mean, this shit adds up pretty quickly. And then think about how much better you'll be after 5 years or 10 years. So just stay committed to getting better each day for a long period of time, because the results will speak for themselves, right? I mean, that's exactly what Ed Sheeran did, and that's how he went from sounding like a wailing banshee to a beautiful angel. So overall, just don't get discouraged if you suck at something when you're first trying it out, right? Because like at first, you're supposed to suck, all right? So just focus on getting better each day, because if you do that, I mean, you will get better, all right? You'll be all right. Anyways though, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel. It does help me out a lot, so I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Peace.